neither one thing nor the other in between Donovan and Buttle.
You have to think, though, Bruce Arena and the LA Galaxy, with the struggles they've had at center back, well, you still have Edson Buttle, Robbie Keane, Landon Donovan, Mike McGee. Why not let them go? Open up this game and see how many goals you can score. Maybe let your offense be your best defense.
Here's Espinoza. Kansas City, Zusi down the line. Kamara arriving. It's 4-3-3 alignment that Kansas City plays. Really designed to chip away on the flanks, which is Chance Myers is trying to do. No joy for him, thanks to Mike McGee.
It's just designed to put you under pressure for 90 minutes. You just can't get a breather.
It was a case of Peter Vermees having that system in mind and then building and recruiting around it, which is interesting. So often coaches will go the other way, really design the system around the players he has at his disposal. Robbie Keane is offside. Flag went up. Let's have a look again at the breakthrough goal. Convey to Kamara.
Kamara coming back post, using CJ Sapong, his teammate, as a decoy, and there it is, the heart-shaped hands. It's one thing about Kai Kamara you got to respect. He's got a strong personality. You can see it in his face. He wears his emotions on his sleeves. He loves playing. Hard not to root for a guy like that.
Peter Vermees told us, Taylor, didn't he, that he had a real battle on his hands trying to move Kai Kamara into a wider position as part of this 4-3-3 alignment.
He said he fought it. And remember, you and I asked him, well, how'd you answer? And he said, well, real simple. I said, you had double-digit goals playing out wide right.
That will do the trick. He's a man who knows about double-digit goals. Landon Donovan. Buttle sits up for McGee. Oh, that was close. Very close. And Jimmy Nielsen, that's a relieved man to see that go the other side of the post. McGee has had perhaps LA's best moments in the first half.
Yeah, coming in late out of the midfield, and Edson Buttle doing a good job, but I like this. Why not? Right before halftime, Mike McGee just missing this. But the second half, LA's got to come out and allow McGee and Donovan to be free and go forward.
Message from Peter Vermees to his defenders was so far so good, but we've been unlucky. We have given opponents opportunities so far this season and they haven't taken advantage of them. Few and far between for LA. McGee moments perhaps showing them the way forward. An interesting half-time locker room to be in, won't it? The one patrolled by Bruce Arena. All those changes he wanted to make last
almost a mutual support system they have for each other.
Yeah, and that was the most telling thing about that piece, is when you hear CJ Sapong say he's a better player, a better person because of his strike partner, Kai Kamara. That spreads throughout the locker room. When your two center forwards push each other, get along, It's a big reason why Sporting KC is being successful.
Well, another goal for Kai Kamara, his third of the season, and some more goals to show you next when we return. Highlights from a game earlier today. It was the Canadian derby, Montreal and Toronto.
Start defensively, but not much going forward other than Mike McGee. Good overlapping run. Good pass from Robbie Keane. Saunders called upon once to come up big. Chance Myers hits this very well, low and hard. Big time save, but it was the switch of Bobby Convey and Kai Kamara switching wings that allows Bobby Convey to tuck in. Look at the run from Kai Kamara, using CJ Sapong as a decoy, knowing that Tommy Meyer can only mark one of them. Back post, buries it. 1-0 Sporting KC.
Sporting Kansas City, remember, looking for their 5th straight win to open up this season. The Galaxy looking to recover after their 1-2 start. Their first away game. As we get underway, KC now going from left to right. Only 2 teams have come and won here at Livestrong Sporting Park since it opened. And they're both from the state of Texas. Dallas came here and won by 3-2 in August, and then of course the Houston Dynamo in the Eastern Conference final last year. It's a measure of the task facing the defending champions, the Galaxy, as Josh Saunders hits them pointed forward. Sean Franklin. All in all, Taylor, a fairly anemic attacking display from the Galaxy in the first half. They're going to have to do better in the second.
Yes, in the second half, it's got to be with number 10, Landon Donovan. You see it with the U.S. men's national team. When the team's down, he gets more involved, tucks in centrally, gets more on the ball often, and in dangerous spots. Too quiet from Landon Donovan in that first half.
Kamara, though, making plenty of noise. Back to Chance Myers. He went to UCLA, signed to Julio Cesar, who's had quite an odyssey in terms of his footballing career. Kamara with Donovan digging in. Donovan had that clash of heads with Kamara midway through the first half. His 10th year in the league now, Todd Donovan's coming off what most people regarded his best season yet last year. AJ De La Garza. So used to having Omar Gonzalez alongside him. Part of that University of Maryland side, Taylor, who won the national championship. Graham Zusi also on that team.
That was a strong side, 2008, and I recall in the College Cup, Graham Zusi's name wasn't even mentioned. The best player on that team was Jeremy Hall. It just goes to show you that certain players, when given the opportunity, make the most of them.
Beasley provide an opportunity here. Colin didn't quite get the flick on. Landon Donovan starting from deep. Juninho taking over. They can't have been counting on getting Juninho back. In fact, they definitely weren't. Juninho returning to Sao Paulo in December, the end of his loan period, and many people at the Galaxy thought they'd be getting him back, but he wasn't named in any starting squad for Sao Paulo in a couple of months, so a loan opportunity presented itself again, and back he came to Los Angeles. Chiseling away, CJ Sapong having something out of nothing there. Always eating, always hungry is his motto. CJ Sapong looking to feast upon this corner. Sick for the game already for Kansas City. Zusi, as always, with it. Oh, that's vicious curler, isn't it? Josh Saunders, I think, maybe losing his bearings a little bit there. Well, we've got a moment. Let's take a look now at our first half stats. These are presented by Volkswagen. And Sporting Kansas City 5 shots and now 6 corners and 2/3 of the ball possession.
Yeah, but what matters is that 68% of possession that Sporting Kansas City had resulted in the goal going into halftime.
No shots on goal by the Galaxy. A couple of efforts just wide from Mike McGee, as close as they came. And you know, they held Chivas last week to no shots on goal in 90 minutes, so that's a game and a half now. And now Jimmy Nielsen having to make a save of any sort. Here's Zusi. 2 for company. Zusi did really well to engineer an opening. He is just bubbling with confidence, isn't he, Graham Zusi, and rightfully so. Maybe thinking about giving Jurgen Klinsmann a problem or two in terms of that congested US national team midfield. Nice problem to have, though, for Jurgen Klinsmann. Zusi in his 4th year, really sprung to national attention midway through last season. It was actually the game after the Kansas City home opener here. And they went to Dallas and won 4-1 that Zusi started. And he never looked back from that point on. No joy for Juninho. He's looking for a corner.
Peter Vermees yesterday talked about CJ Sapong coming into his own, knowing that he can just manhandle defenders. Look at that. It's a quick turn, but it's the use of his right arm to turn Tommy Meyer. If Graham Zusi has his head up, quick ball in behind, CJ Sapong's in. Just such a nightmare of a matchup for a center back. Physically strong, but he's got that quick first step the moment he plays that ball.
Only 23. Second year, one of the surprises of last season's draft. He was the 10th pick. On the move again is Sapong. There's Espinoza. Low drive, just wide. Well, he really caught hold of that, Roger Espinoza.
Again, I'm repeating myself, but this comes off a center forward holding the ball strong. Picks his head up right now. Roger Espinoza times his run perfectly. Just misses wide, but it's CJ Sapong holding that ball. That allows Espinoza to have the understanding, now I can go forward.
Seems to have goals in him, doesn't he, Roger Espinoza? His statistics perhaps not backing that up. He's only scored twice. Over 90 MLS appearances.
It's going to be a very interesting offseason for Sporting KC, as Roger Espinoza, being in a contract year, really having a good start to this 2012 season.
One of the longest serving players now in Kansas City, Espinoza. On the ball again here. Honduran international. Be torn between Olympics and World Cup qualifiers as well, potentially, in the summer. Brandon Donovan, not at full tilt though. Zusi unloading from distance. Bubble has come off second best there to Aurelien Collin. The emphasis that Sporting Kansas City put on fitness and building it up in the pre-season. We're seeing some of the fruits of their labor here. Two teams who look to be at slightly different stages of their season evolution, Taylor, certainly in terms of fitness.
Yeah, fitness is a big part of it, but I think it's the understanding. Like you said, Sporting KC's had the back four intact every game this year, where, look at LA, they can't find the rhythm with players coming in and out. Landon Donovan's back in the lineup. No Omar Gonzalez. Beckham's out this weekend. They just can't get a rhythm.
Searching for the answer, haven't they? But despite being on the back foot for most of this game, they only trail by a goal to nil. And they're nothing if not resilient. They've shown that in the last 4 years under Bruce Arena. Got steadily better and better under Arena, really 3 years of excellence.